a whole vibe.
A whole vibe. Saturday
Whole
vibes.
vibe.
Saturday vibes.
Saturday I'm over here. I do a little body roll.
Yes, girl.
Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday.
Hey, crew.
Happy Saturday.
How is everyone?
Everyone is good. We are ready to get into this show, because, boy. So, just to let everybody know, watching and listening on the radio, we are the Not Your Typical Girl Talk crew. We are here trying to make sense of the foolishness with that on the internet. Okay? The internet. There is just a lot of foolishness, and we need to stop the foolishness. We, again, have a new format. We got some responses about last week. We are not going to put a muzzle on Robbie 3 times. Robbie 3 times is going to be able to say what he wants to say, but he still has his 2 special segments 3 times with Robbie 3 times. But before we go into all of that, we are going to go around and introduce yourselves in alphabetical order.
Hey, everybody. This is Garcia. Hope you're all enjoying this blessed Saturday. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you to Radio Regent, syndicated through iHeartRadio, for giving us this platform to be here to chat about the foolishness that is upon the internets. We are here to break it down, bringing you the Black perspective. So thank you to Radio Regent, syndicated through iHeartRadio, for that. Telly, my friend, what is happening?
Girl, it is all good in this hood. As for the internets, it's a different kind of story for them. But hello, everyone. I am so happy to be here with my crew. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much for being here and watching us and listening to us as well. Like Shiva and Garcia were saying before, the internet, it is out here making everything, wow, eye-opening. We'll say that. And I'm not going to take up any time because there's so much to delve into with this. So Shiva, go ahead, girl. Tell them who you is.
So I am Toshiba. They call me Shiva. I am the final female member of the Not Your Typical Girl Talk crew. And honestly, when we plan this show, it's quite a thing because we just don't listen. Thank you to the internet. And again, if this is the first time you're joining us, there's the internet and there's the internet. The internet is where you find useful information. The internet is where we find all the crap. And we deliver it to you. But before we go into our first show, my partner in crime, he's going to introduce himself.
It's Robbie 3 times. Good evening, good morning, afternoon, wherever you are based out of. Happy Saturday. And let's get started. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting show.
So we will get started. So last week, we played you a disturbing clip of someone we didn't know, but she surfaced on the internet, and it was Ari Fletcher, where she went in after talking about the fact that, you know, she wants her man to show love by putting a gun to her head and telling her not to leave. And then when people came for her in their comments, she basically said, I do not care! I do not care! You want to be a victim so bad! I do not care! Like, I can't even do it as well as she did. It was like a devil was inside her and possessed her.
Yes.
Well, apparently, she does care. Because there is an article about Ari Fletcher now reveals plans to help domestic violence victims amid backlash. Well, I just need to pause because, okay. Instagram influencer Ari Fletcher seems to be making amends for her recent callous comments about domestic violence victims that caused her to lose her Savage X Fenty endorsement deal. Ari, who was previously unapologetic about her comments telling other victims of domestic violence, I don't care, has a different demeanor as she curiously outlines several initiatives that will help victims of domestic violence. Over the weekend, the Instagram model said she was working on initiatives that would benefit shelters and victims of domestic violence. While speaking to Nala Simone on Power 105.1, she disclosed plans to start a nonprofit and partner with Fascia Nova. I'm teaming with Fashion Nova. I'm doing a give back for like some women's shelter and also for domestic violence, Ari said. The host tells her that's super dope and reminds her, taking care of the ladies, we definitely can use all the support. We got to be united right now. Yes, we do, Ari said in a soft tone. Okay, so I'm not going to say anything more about that. Let me just say this, okay? Clearly, we are the ones who need to be doing interviews because I am trying to understand after a woman coming on and saying, I do not care, y'all want to be a victim so bad, my man should be putting a gun to my head. She goes on a syndicated radio show and the host tells her, oh, that is so good. This is what we need to be doing. Why aren't you pressing her to find out, okay, girl, so now you lost Savage, you want to partner with Fashion Nova talking about now you care? Why you care, girl? Because you lost your money? That's what we would have done. Ladies, Rob.
Okay.
I was just saying, because that's what victims of domestic violence need is new clothes.
And then of all the clothes, Fashion Nova.
Well, apparently it isn't just clothes. She's going to put together, listen, they haven't outlined what she's putting together, but it ain't clothes. She's just partnering with Fashion Nova because Fenty don't want nothing to do with her now.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. First of all, here's my thing with Ari, right? There is a song, and the song is so old. It's like older than all of us. And that song is by Kenny Rogers. And I believe the lyrics are, you got to know when to fold them.
When to hold them.
When to fold them.
When to fold them.
When to
walk away.
Know when to run.
Right. So my thing is, girl, you need to know when to stop. Now, she made this comment about wanting Moneybag Yo to hold a gun to her head and basically tell her, you better stay with me or else. And people responded saying, you know, as a victim of domestic violence, as a victim, rather than shouting in her microphone that she doesn't care about the very women now that she all of a sudden cares about, she could have said, I'm sorry that my comments offended you. I, did not mean it in a serious way like that. I was joking. However, I did not mean to offend you, and therefore I am truly sorry that I said things like that. It turns out I have a lot I have a lot to learn when it comes to domestic violence and the sensitivities of that. So I apologize. Would have been done. Probably would have still had her Savage Fenty deal right now if she apologized. Rather than that, she starts shouting like a psycho in her microphone about how she doesn't care. And now she's partnering with a brand which also has its own issues right now.
Fashion Nova loves to appropriate, okay? They just take the black, they steal black people's designs, they steal black everything.
And now she's saying that she cares. Sis, that's not how this world works.
It's real sad, too, how I know that we live in a very messed up world, granted. I don't know what's alluring or attractive about a man holding a gun to your head. I'm totally not for that. And since that's what she's into, before she keeps her mouth shut, and I don't know what made this come out of her mouth, she has no respect for her money. She has no respect for the person that at the time she was working for. She has no respect, period. There is no way in hell that I'm going to start talking about how, you want my man to slap me across the face to show how much you love me or to chokehold me. How is this sexy? No, and I know very well that my boss is Rihanna. And she's paying me big money, and all you have to do is stand in front of your camera wearing nice negligee and take a picture, and she gives you $10,000? Flat lay and lay it on the bed if she's even gonna wear it. And it's like an overhead shot, snap. She had ins. Yeah. You know, some of these girls, when they get in with Rihanna treats them like they'll go to parties and they get to network and mingle.
I know.
This girl burnt so many bridges.
Well, yeah.
Oh wow! And then she decides to fix it with Fashion Nova.
Yeah, she's committing suicide. So
Fashion Nova.
Okay. Well, we're done with her. Remember that Robbie 3 times will give us some more in this
come
segment. 3 times with Robbie 3 times. So tattoos.
Oh, girl.
Listen, I have a 20-year-old and she loves her tattoos. And whether I like it or not, she's 20 and she can do what she wants. What she cannot do though, because I would immediately take her to have it removed, is tattoo her body with some men's initials. Well, this week we got to know a rapper by the name of Amoretta, who apparently loves her man so very much that she decided that one tattoo was not enough to show her love. She needed 6. Now, here's the part. I can't even find the full story, but here's the part. Her boyfriend, for whom she has these 6 tattoos, has been sentenced recently to 27 years in prison. So these tattoos are a sign of her commitment. I have a question. What happened to a wedding ring being a sign of a commitment? Ladies?
I mean, that's what I would consider a sign of commitment.
Also,
less painful, too.
Right. And also, he's away for 27 years. 27 years. She is never going to date, marry, hook up, do anything with another man again for the next 27 years.
And these tattoos, they're big. Like, they're not.
I know.
I'm trying
like,
to find them so I can
These
show
are
the
little
audience.
dainty,
Found them.
little
No,
Rihanna
it's a
tattoos.
lot.
Found them.
Especially the one in the back. It's big. Yeah, like
So
there you
here's
go.
one.
Yeah, she's covered her body.
Yeah, they're pretty
Here's
massive.
2.
Girl.
Here's 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
a no.
And 4.
No.
And 5.
No. And these tattoos are also in
Oh.
places where they're highly visible, depending on.
And the
what she's
very
wearing.
first one.
Yeah,
Because
girl.
every time
right.
a man's in a back shot with her, I'm sure.
Listen, I love romance, and I'm happy that she's so in love that she wants to decorate her body with the name of a man who's going to be in jail for close to 30 years. But there were other ways.
There are other ways.
There are other ways to show your love without doing that.
That's a lot of money.
Okay.
That's a lot of money.
I
On a
say
man
no.
that
I honestly am
should
not for
probably
tattoos
not.
of anyone's name in areas that can't be hidden.
Oh no, her and Summer Walker, maybe they can write a song together about this. Tattooing their lovers all over their body. With the whole Larry thing. Remember Larry?
Larry.
Yeah.
Has a baby with London, but tattooed Larry's name on her face. But I digress.
I'm sure bro probably would rather be married too, because then he can have conjugal visits. Like 27 years is a long time.
And even if he does 2/3 of the sentence, it's 18 years. She's only 25. She's
And
gonna
she's
wait till she's
25.
in her 40s.
She's a kid.
She really loves this man.
She is a child. And by the time this man gets out of prison,
Wow.
even if he gets out while she's still into him, he probably will be like, girl, I'm moving on, man.
He's moved on.
That was like, what, 30 years ago?
30 years ago. That girl, I hope she has the
Ladies, please do not tattoo a man's name as a sign of commitment. There are other ways. It's called a ring.
So simple.
Moving on. Speaking of rings, these next 2 that we're going to be talking about is an interesting little situation. Okay?
Girl.
Megan Good and Devin Franklin. So Megan Good and Devin Franklin was a couple. You know that Tyra Banks moment? We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Right? They were one of those couples that people were rooting for because they had this beautiful, wonderful, amazing love story, at least to people. They were, almost like the Sierra and Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
They were abstinent together. They got married. It was all of that. Well, right before the new year, we heard that Devin Franklin filed for divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Franklin filed for divorce.
He filed.
Megan Good. So we were curious and we started saying, what could it be? One speculation was that her acting career and her recent scene in Harlem may have sparked the divorce. So what did I do? I went to binge watch Harlem. Like I watched every single episode.
Yeah,
in
it's a good show.
I actually
really
like it.
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty
and
good.
I enjoyed the show. And I saw the scene that was referred to. You guys should go watch Harlem. But I thought Raymond Robb was like, oh, that can't be it.
It's in the first episode.
Yeah, Rob was like, that's not it. That
That can't be it.
scene wasn't it.
No.
So we paused on that. We said, okay, based on our critical thinking, that ain't it. Then we started saying, they've been married for over 9 years.
Mhm.
Megan is now 40.
Yeah.
He is a pastor. Ding, ding, ding.
Wait a minute.
They don't have no babies.
They got
So, last year there was an article that came out, and I'm starting to think that Megan may have regretted this article. The article says, it's about that time. Megan Good reveals she's ready to have children 3 years after freezing her eggs. This article was January 12, 2021. Megan Good made the decision to freeze her eggs in her late 30s after never really being aspired to motherhood. 3 years later, she and she and husband Devin Franklin are prepared to welcome a child together in the middle of next year.
Wait.
Thank you. I had to pause. In a candid interview, the 39-year-old shares the hardest part of her journey and speaks on the stigma women receive after expressing whether or not motherhood is for them. When you say you're not sure you want to be a mom, people look at you like you're a bad person, as if it's something wrong with you. But I was never really that girl who said, I can't wait to get married. I can't wait to be a mother. I just was very much a tomboy and started my career so young that I'd always been very business oriented. Although the egg freezing process wasn't a nightmare at all, she was overcome by emotions when the doctors disclosed that she only had 10 eggs, caused by a cyst inside her uterus. Doubling up on birth control pills, the doctor found 17 eggs. Of those eggs, only 14 survived. After they checked the chromosomes, only 7 survived. Ooh. After they put me and Devin together to make a full egg that you could pop in the oven, only 4 survived, she continued. Then came the injections. I was terrified. The hormones resulted in intense anxiety. Once she knew the feeling was normal, she did her best to get hold of it, reminding herself, girl, you're fine. Just because it's a feeling doesn't mean it's real. It's a very long episode, so I'm just going to skip down. I'm like a big Halle Berry fan. I've watched her my entire life, an entire career. When I saw that she had her first baby at like 40, I was like, I think I'm going to be like that.
So because Halle Berry had a baby at 40, she wants to have a baby at 40 as well?
And Halle Berry wasn't seeking to have a baby. She had a baby because...
She had a baby because she wanted a baby.
She had sex with her boyfriend, and they ended up having... Like, she wasn't
having
seeking...
2 kids.
Right. It literally was a miracle from God.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask a quick question? I understand women want to look like Halle Berry, but do women want to live like Halle Berry? I didn't know that was a thing. I thought her life was kind of
chaotic.
Yeah.
Chaotic.
Yeah.
Very
chaotic. Halle Berry.
Very chaotic.
It was.
Also, I'm sorry, Halle Berry wasn't married to her husband, who was a pastor. Halle Berry wasn't even married when she had her baby. She had it for Oliver, whatever her name was.
Yes.
And now they're not together because she's with some next man after her 2 failed marriages. So you were married to a pastor. You went into a marriage with a pastor, knowing he was a pastor. Pastors generally want offsprings. Now, at this point, you're talking about 8 years in married, and you, after all of that in chromosomes, girl, you only had 4 eggs?
That was pretty sad. A tear almost went down my eye when they...
No, it did. You're lying. She went to 10 to 17 to 14 to like all this stuff to 4.
It's like, they say,
4 eggs.
If you know how much money you got, you ain't got none.
Fact.
If you know how many eggs you got, you don't got none.
That's
so
basically it.
When Devin filed for divorce, our deduction determined is because she never got the picnic fee.
And
No,
I know point.
that's it.
You can't, like, if you go to the grocery store and you knew that there was like a blowout sale on eggs, and then you got there and there was only 10 left, would you be really confident in those eggs? Because they were literally
They're
like the
all
last
broken
10
up.
left.
When you open the box, a lot of those eggs will be broken.
That's
Because
exactly what happened to her.
That's what happened to her.
10 eggs left. So them things was on the shelf for a long time.
Here's the thing. I'm
Oh my God.
just gonna say this. Ladies, find a man with whom you can have the life that you want to have.
That's it.
If she didn't aspire to marriage, she shouldn't have gotten married. If she didn't want kids, she shouldn't be married to a man who clearly wanted kids. That is the thing. Again, you don't believe in gender rules, don't get with a person who believes in gender rules. You believe in going 50-50, don't get with a person who doesn't believe in going 50. I don't think it's that hard. So now you have spent 9 years of your life and 9 years of his life, and 9 years of a man's life is very different than 9 years of a woman's life when it comes to giving birth.
Yep.
So now she got her 4 eggs and no man. Because the man with whom she now decided after 9 years of marriage she wants to have a baby with, she no longer has. So listen, ladies, decide on the life you want and find a man who wants that life with you.
Yeah, I think that's also true. And Jean says he knew what he didn't want, but got with a person who is everything he didn't want. And that's true.
That's true.
A lot of the times, and I'm going to bring in some mindset stuff here. A lot of the times you ask someone, what do you want for dinner? Well, I know I don't want hamburgers.
Right.
And, I don't feel like a salad. Okay, you're not answering my question. What do you want? I didn't ask you what you don't want. I asked you what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is the list for what you don't want is really long. So he went out there and he said, well, I don't want no woman that's not intelligent. I don't want a woman that doesn't earn her own money. I don't want a woman who isn't, at least a size 6. He knew exactly what he didn't want.
True.
Because at the end of the day, he did choose her.
He did.
He did. Another thing too, once again, like Brittany Renner, who never hid who she was, Megan Good, everyone knows Megan Good. Megan Good is the good. She's Megan Good. She's Megan Good. And this pastor should have known
to be honest, when I heard that she was marrying a pastor, I was like,
me too.
How that happened?
I'm like,
she marrying a pastor.
She's gonna be the first lady of the church?
Megan Good.
Come on.
Man, y'all leave her alone. Mace wrote a book and was in the church.
Sister Good. Sorry.
I'm good to go to Pastor
Good.
Mace's church one day soon.
Sister Good.
God.
And let's talk about people who gave shots and shots were fired at them this week. We're not even going to spend long on this. Listen, the internet never fails. So the internet decided that they were going to troll Portia this week because she put out a post showing her man giving her a new car.
Right.
So if you don't know, this is Portia Williams from Real Housewives of Atlanta, and recently Portia's Family Matters, which was just a mess, garbage, hot fire.
Girl.
It was lot of his mercy.
Yeah,
anyway,
it was a lot.
So my girl got a new car from her man.
Yes.
I don't
She
know why
did.
this family won't go on. So she got a car from her man, and I guess Shade Room, Ballers Alert, whomever, I'm trying to find the exact article, decided that they wanted to pull up that Fallon, his ex-wife, also had the same car. Now, here's the thing. The man is worth $40 million.
Yes.
He can probably buy 2 of the same cars if he wants, because when I make my millions, I'm going to get double of a lot of things.
Of course.
So maybe the man really likes this type of car, it's Bentley, and he just be giving up cars. According to Simon, the car that Fallon was standing in front of him is still in his garage. So, Ballers Alert needs to just leave him alone. What do you guys think about people just going out and pulling up people's
That,
yeah.
yeah.
To talk
don't
about
like
it.
What kind of car is it?
Let me find it.
like
Honestly, my phone for whatever reason won't work. But ladies, just talk about that while I pull it.
I don't like that. I mean,
Me
come
either.
on, man. Like what Fallon and him had, it came, it went.
Yeah.
Why are they pulling up old receipts?
Yeah,
They're not together anymore. Like,
Fallon has moved on and on.
let it go.
And him as a man, he's moved on and on and on as well. People have exes. People have ex gifts
Yeah.
sitting in their house. I like specific brands and specific things. So my ex-boyfriend will have gifts that my new husband or whatever will have.
That's it.
Because, like, if I like Cartier, guess what? All the men that I loved in life will probably have a Cartier piece by me. Why? Because I love that brand.
Right.
Or I love that. Yeah, that to me, that's the essence of giving love, is giving, I don't know, any of these sort of brands. I don't see why people are petty and they don't like to see people too being happy. And I think that has a lot to do with this whole Portia thing. People don't like people being happy.
Yeah, people want to see the drama. They just want to, they love to know that, oh, Portia's too happy. So let's just pull up these receipts of when Fallon with her car and let's compare to see which model looks better, which color, which this, which that. Like, come on. It's kind of sad that fights like that.
It's a Bentley. Luxury items by definition are rare. So when you buy two Bentleys, it's not like you bought two Honda Kias.
Right.
You know, or Kias or whatever they are.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That there's only so many Bentley models you have to choose from. The coupe, the sedan, or the truck. You know what I'm saying? It's not like so and that's people just
they're being messy.
They're being messy. Oh, that's not called for.
That's it.
And they're being messy. We just had to bring this up. Like, stop being messy. As much as we appreciate what the internet has to offer, leave the people them alone. Fallon has moved on. She had a baby in the same year she had a divorce. So, I mean, that's the definition of moving on.
Girl.
Okay, like, you had a baby in the same year you got divorced. And not a baby for the man that you were married to.
That part.
So how about we pull up them receipts? So, as I get my phone together because it decided to do nonsense, I'm going to take Rob's phone. It's not going to be an exact 3 times, but we are going to do, before we go to break, 3 times with Robbie, 3 times. And 3 times. Robbie 3 times.
Oh, I've been running my mouth a little bit, so here we go. But the first thing, the Ari Fletcher situation is like, I think there's certain lines that you cross that you just can't apologize for no more. You can't spit in my face and then say, my bad, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Like, that was such a emphatic gesture that you just don't spit in somebody's face if you plan. That's the definition of burning a bridge. That's what that means. When you burn a bridge, it means you don't give a F about going back over it.
That's it.
So I didn't understand that. And then I can just, again, poor money bag, yo. I can just see him like, he probably put a gun on her to be like, get out of here, because you are extremely bad. No, this is not it. I would be so upset with her if she painted me in that type of light. You know what I mean? Even if that's how we would, we could be robbing and tying each other up in the bedroom. But that's for us. Don't put that out there in the streets. You know what I mean? Like, you got your man looking bad. He looked like he beat you or something like that. And now it's like, that's not cool. The tattoos is just what the F. You know what I mean? Like, what the F? And then to throw on, he's in jail for 27 years. On top of it, it just seems like, woman, thou doth protest too much. You trying to make a boy behind them walls feel like y'all solid. Meanwhile, like she said, you getting back shots and dudes looking straight at that tattoo. They do not care. Megan and Devin, again, like we said, no baby. Poor thing, saving them eggs. But the fact that she was 6 years into a marriage when she started saving eggs, he should have been like, wait a minute, I don't think this chick planning on getting pregnant or having a kid. And when it was after that article saying 2021 was going to be the year, I don't understand how she started a new show and all this other stuff. It should have been like shoot the club up every night type of energy if they was really, really, really trying to have a kid. So it just seemed like somewhere they weren't really communicating about what was going on, and it was just eventually, dude just got enough is enough. I'm only gonna wait so long. And Megan, the only because George Clooney got married too, so maybe Leo DiCaprio and Megan Good, it might be something there because they can just be like perennially unattached. You know what I mean? Like, because Leo is about that life. You know what I'm saying? He is not. He's not committing to nothing.
No.
True.
That is
and finally, just the whole Fallon in the car stuff. Like I was saying, man, it's amazing. People that have never even smelled the Bentley interior have all these opinions about what rich people. Why do poor people have so much opinions about what rich people do? But we should be thankful because we have a show because of it.
That's hard. And before we get into the second part of the show, which is going to be messy, okay, Carcia, let them know.
Yeah, let's reset this room. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on Not Your Typical Girl Talk, where we try to make sense of the foolishness on the internets. And we want to thank Radio Regent, syndicated through iHeartRadio, for giving us this platform to be able to laugh it up with you all. And even though we're laughing, I hope you're all taking mental notes of the good stuff here. We are helping you. We are trying to help you through your life, trying to make your day better, teaching and making you laugh. It's all good. So thank you for joining us. Thank you to Radio Regent and iHeartRadio. And let's get through the rest of this sludgy, muddy mess that we have going on.
You know what wasn't funny and what shouldn't make people laugh? Pastor Mike Todd. So Rob is going to get it together, but before he does, we think of pastors in a certain way. And when you go to the church for healing and anointment, I don't think you expect what this pastor did, especially when we're in a panorama, okay? Otherwise, for the non-Jamaicans, a pandemic. We're in a panorama. So when you go to your pastor to put his hand on you and give you the Lord, I don't know if this is what it is. We are trying something new. We hope this will work because we have a video to show you what the pastor taught. Play from the beginning, babe. Play from the beginning. No, that wasn't even the one. There we go. Play.
Changing something and you don't see it clearly yet. But you can't. In the boot? Yeah, because the vision I'm about to give you, it might get nasty. And do you hear and see the responses of the people?
Stop. Okay.
He deserves his ass whooped.
Thank you.
Let me read the article.
That's all that needs to be said for that man.
Let me read.
He needs to get his backside whooped. That's it.
So, a Tulsa
disgusting.
pastor has gone viral on Twitter after rubbing spit on a churchgoer's face during a service on Sunday. Mike Todd, the leader pastor of, keep note if you're ever in Tulsa, it's called Transformation Church, is seen spitting in his hand and rubbing it all over the man's face during his sermon. In the video located on the church's YouTube page, Todd is demonstrating the idea that receiving a vision from God might be nasty. This is what he's saying. Receiving a vision from God might be nasty. I don't need to read anymore.
No, you don't.
Some of these pastors need to stop.
Can I say something just quickly? I want to say this. Can we stop putting a bad name on God?
Thank you.
And spirituality. Because God did not tell nobody to go do that.
No, he did not.
Please.
And
no one.
I'm actually tired of seeing these sort of stories where people are like, and God told me. I'm like, stop lying on God.
Stop.
That's
Yeah.
all I have to say.
Unless God trying to keep the pandemic going or something like that.
Like, come on.
It's disgusting. What part of him thinks that was all right? Just hot and smeared up
It was
like
a hawk.
He's lucky.
and smear
To be
it.
honest, and when I saw this story,
Come on,
I
that's
asked a
disgusting.
few
Oh my
people that I
God.
knew from, back in Sunday school, when you would go to Sunday school and make friends, and ask people that go to church. And I said, if the pastor did that, they're like, oh no, from the moment he hopped
Thank you.
into his, I would give him one
Why
clear
would the man
right
just stand
hook.
there?
People
Why he
said
accept
They
it?
said they would punch him in the face.
I wouldn't punch him in the face. I'm a Christian. I don't give one butty. That's like, nah, dude, you're not putting your dirty, nasty COVID hand in my face saying that the Lord said. Don't bring lies to me and to bring lies to your people. He's going to have an empty church. That's what he's going to end up with if it hasn't happened already. What man of God does that? He's calling himself a man of God? What part of him?
He hopped and he did this go. He went.
Oh, nah, girl. No.
Yeah, I watched Lovecraft Country. That was a very disturbing imagery right
That was disgusting.
Yes.
No.
It was disturbing.
Mm-mm.
And for me, as you know, I was saying to Rob, because Rob finally watched it this morning, because he was just like, I'm not about it. He heard about it. He was like, I was like, for Rob, even as your woman, you want to get anointed, you're up there. Listen, the moment the Pastor Hawkins when I take off my shoes and just went, what?
Exactly.
Who's sitting there and watches? And then this man, like, were you paralyzed in that moment? Because you really made that man take spit and rub it, like, it's COVID.
He took his COVID spit and rubbed it over the man's eyes.
What's wrong with the holy water? Why didn't they go get a priest or something? Like, man, I'm used to the like when you need some
like
moisture
oil
to
or whatever.
What happened to
or
this
something
plain
like
old
that.
putting up
What's
your
wrong with the
hands
holy
and
water?
worshiping God? No one does that anymore? That's a hawk into someone's hand and spit?
It's
This is
disgusting.
gross.
Can we move on?
This is gross. I hope that, this is disgusting. Wow.
So, Transformation Church in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Lisa Floyd and Pastor Mike Todd, because apparently his level of anointing is very different than the level of anointing. Okay? I will pass.
I will also.
Amen to that.
Oh.
So, this one is, where do I even begin? I have been on many vacations. I have been on many a girls' trips. I have random photos with random people from said road trips. I have been all across North America and different parts of the Caribbean and Latin America. Random men are in my pictures, because usually when a guy's on vacation with his boys and he sees you taking pictures with your girls, he'll jump in. Ladies, I'm sure you've experienced the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Random pictures.
Yeah.
Very normal.
men
It's a
in my pictures.
normal.
No, nothing to be said.
No, it's fine.
Well, apparently in these modern worlds, you cannot take random pictures with people, because a young lady had an encounter with a man 5 months ago, and she decided that she needed to find said man. And we're going to show you the video that she put on TikTok, and then we're going to read you said article to give you some premise. Rob?
Ready for video? You gotta get up, please.
Oh. So, that was the lady and a gentleman she met in Miami several months ago. This article is from January 18, 2022. TikTok helps women find her mystery lover. He was found all right when a Pennsylvania woman named Mika Renee took to TikTok social media sleuths to help her reconnect with what would be the love of her life. She ultimately ended up connecting with his wife. I was shocked to find out he had a wife. She told the Post of a mystery man she'd met on Miami Beach last August. Miami Beach, last August. And I never expected my video would go viral. I just thought if he was found, we'd reconnect and maybe exchange numbers. I want you to hold on to, hold on to that one. In the months since their one and only meeting, Renee recently decided to share a now trending video of their tryst.
That's what it was?
She hashtag help me find him. Okay? TikTok, help me find this man I met in Miami. She pleaded in her cyber search for her then unknown Romeo, who'd approached her on the beach. In the video, which has sparked a tsunami of more than 4.6 million views, a gleeful Renee, a model.
What? She's a model? I'm sorry. I don't want to be dry or anything like that.
If you are listening to us on Radio Region, take some time to watch the replay of the video of this show, because Telly and I, our faces cannot lie. Did you just say model?
She is a model and travel blogger. So,
what?
Renee, the model travel blogger, is seen posing knee-deep in the water for pictures when a shirtless man walks up and engages her in seemingly flirty conversation. A mini montage of footage from their chance encounter shows Renee and her anonymous admirer laughing, holding hands and hugging as a remixed version of Mid Conditions' Pretty Brown Eye Blast in the post background. Here's what she says. He walked right into the ocean to introduce himself to me, Renee wrote in the clip's closed captions. Her excitement notwithstanding, Renee went on to admit that she regrettably lost her happenstance, Honey's contact information after their brief rendezvous. I was lit when he gave me his number. I'm counting on y'all to find him. Hopefully he ain't married. Well, there's hoping she didn't get her hopes up too high. Shortly after Renee's first bid began to circulate, she shared an update post revealing she learned that her seaside sweetheart is married and that his wife of 6 years had contacted her through TikTok's direct message. He's indeed married and I won't be reaching out to him. Here is where it gets messy. Actually, before I get into that, ladies, let's just start with that, because I'm going to have to digest all of that and then the wife's response.
I'm still stuck on the whole model thing.
So, girl. Okay, so here's a few things. The first thing is, I actually saw or heard a radio show talking about this very video, and a lot of the things they said is the same things I'm going to say right now, the same things that we said in our planning call. This man was just enjoying a vacation, okay? And he was just hanging out in the water. When you're a girl and you're taking pictures, men always come along, oh, come on, baby, let me be a part of this photo. Come on, let's pose real quick. You take photos together, and that's usually it. Unless the guy is like, yo, you know, you're cute, you know? Like, I don't, wow, do you have your phone? I don't have my phone. And then they grab you like this, and they drag you across the way, through the club, through the dance, through the party, to get a friend's phone so they can somehow get the number. There is persistence. Men that want something, they're persistent.
They'll get it.
There was no persistence. If you watch that video and you can pause it, watch his body language.
Thank you.
Telly.
Oh, girl, you took the words right out of my mouth. For me, it's his body language. The way she was saying, oh, we're soulmates. So what part of you? Half of you? Because he only had one arm around you briefly. People said the whole encounter was maybe 7 minutes, the longest. Right. So this rendezvous, the trice that they had, that she did say she was lit. So I guess maybe in her mind, it went on forever. But in reality, it was literally 5 to 7 minutes. She's taking this way further than it was. The man was having a good time. It looks like she probably called him over. He took a few photos, and then the man went about his business because he's on vacation trying to enjoy his life. She has decided to bring this upon herself. Maybe she's trying to get some, she says that she's a travel blogger, so maybe she's trying to say, yo, Florida, give me a hotel stay for free. I don't know what she's trying to do, but she's just trying to get clout. This is ridiculous. No, I don't.
Here's my situation. Here's what I couldn't understand was the response of other women supporting her bullshit. Okay?
Of course they
did. Man who wants you do not have to put out a video 5 months after a vacation to find him. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the man was on vacation. If he really wanted to fuck, let's be clear, he would have fucked you that night or the next day. Oh, sorry. Oh, we're on the radio. Beep, beep, beep.
Radio Region, please do not take us off. Please.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
A man who wants
Oh.
to be in relations with you would have done so that day.
Exactly.
I have been on enough vacation where when a man wanted me, he was very persistent. Okay? If he didn't have his phone, he would get his friend's phone. He would say, go get your phone, call me, text me, do whatever. We're hooking up tonight. I've had guys buy me and girls bottles for that night, bought us a section, took us out to dinner, did everything to show. A man coming up and doing a flick and taking a picture and then getting out of the ocean, that was enough for women to talk about how this man wasn't acting married. I'm sorry, what?
Oh,
What?
He didn't have on his wedding ring. The man's at the beach. Why the hell are you wearing any jewelry to the beach?
I told Rob, if you were on a boy's vacation,
Come on.
your wedding ring better not be on your hand talking about your wedding. Because when you lose it, you're not going to be like Kim Kardashian trying to go down to find your ring. No, leave your ring in the hotel room and come back and put it on later. But I don't expect, like Rob wouldn't expect me to have my ring on at the beach.
No.
So what are we talking about? What's acting married?
Thank you.
Yeah, again, body language can tell you if people were actually had critical thinking. When I watched that video, it was even uncomfortable for me to watch because I was like, girl, that man don't want you.
It was almost like she was violating his personal space.
Yeah, it was more like the other way around. She was chasing him.
She was like,
just like, okay.
and you could
girl.
tell she was lit because she was kind of falling into him. You know, he was like trying to help her so she would not fall completely in. To me, that's what it looked like.
He did not want her.
Apparently his wife is not a critical thinker and or this man has done some stuff because this is how the wife contacted her. The wife said, gave her the number and say, tell him Cherie gave you the number. Sis, I'm sorry. I had no clue something like that would happen. I wish the best for you and your kids. I won't be reaching out to him. The wife said, it's not your fault. He didn't care, so please believe I'm not about to. But thank you for posting this. Everything done in the dark will always come to light. Can you not delete the video? I don't want him lying about this too. No problem. I won't. Thank you, the wife said.
Wow.
Yeah.
What exactly was done in the dark? Because
well, it was
Maybe-
broad daylight in the
It was
middle
broad daylight
of
on Miami
public
Beach.
So, because you said that this time he can't. So it's like, so girl, if you always suspect your man is cheating, why are you still with him?
But apparently when I did some more digging, she was like, oh, first boys vacation in however amount of time, and this is what you do. So if this is the first men's vacation, he's generally with his family then.
Right.
So it took a woman putting together a montage of an encounter from August to do this, to break up your happy home.
And did she not see that? Did she really look at that video?
Yeah,
to her, did it look like to her that her husband that she knows well was into this woman?
And
because we didn't see it,
and
I don't see it.
And I want to say it quickly too. I want people to understand.
No.
When I first saw this video,
That's
I actually looked at it for 2 seconds and then kept on scrolling because I was like, this is stupid. And like, because I was like, this is dumb. Like, I don't even understand.
That man did not
I don't
want
understand
that
this.
Girl.
This girl is talking about, this is stupid. And I forgot about it. It was Telly and Toshiba that brought it back to my brain. Oh, that video. And they had to describe the girl in the leopard bikini. And then or bathing suit. And I'm like, oh yeah, I saw that stupid video. I totally forgot about it because it's dumb.
Because it's clear the man doesn't want this woman.
Okay, well, she had more to say, and then he responded.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's the girl.
finding
Give a disclaimer first about his response.
Yeah, I'm just going to read it. I'm going to read it. So according to Miss Mika, she said, all I have to say, ladies, don't believe in fairy tales. You may go viral. He then responded, and he said, Little Miss Cheater is really trying to run off this clout that she got from completely capping. It's time for the truth. Okay. He said he spoke to Mika for about 5 to 7 minutes at most 5 months ago. He added that he didn't even know her name until he stumbled across her crazy video. I was already enjoying myself in the ocean, basking in God's blessings upon me as the sun shone upon my bald head. Then you wobbled your beep, down to the water. He explained how he introduced himself and that the exchange was nothing serious, that he never actually gave Mika his phone number. I'm a gentleman, having fun, AJ said before saying he thought it was weird as hell and very lame that the interaction from months ago was being brought up. I mean, granted, I know I'm a handsome guy and like to think that I got a decent mouthpiece, AJ boasted, but I can't even give myself that much credit.
Yeah, that part. What in the where's Waldo thirst trap tarnation in the hell's going on with this? Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Especially models. When a man comes up to you and talks to you, your friends don't pull their phone out to record it. Like it's a rare event.
Okay. It's like seeing a rhino. She's not a rhino. I'm just saying it's like
it's like seeing a unicorn.
Seeing a unicorn.
Or Bigfoot. Like
or Bigfoot.
So to clarify for those watching and listening what Rob is talking about, it was her friend who recorded this interaction between her and mystery gentleman. So apparently she said she was out there, then her friend got her phone out and started recording. And it's that recording that she put to mid conditions pretty brown eyes. Again, happened in August of 2021, came out in January 2022. She did not know where he's from. She thought he was from Detroit. She did not know his name. And let's be very clear, ladies. The only way a man can act single is if he's married and you ask him and he says no. There is no behavior to me. Okay, so unless he was all up on her saying, baby, like, you know, you're the one for me. You're going to be it. Watch me and you later. We're caressing her breast and her body. He didn't do any of that. She didn't do any of that. There was nothing in the video to indicate that what happened. There were two people on vacation, living, having a good time, took a few pictures. She thought she met the man of his dream, and she wasn't even a thought in this man's mind after he left the beach.
That's even cap. That's what I'm saying, because it was 5 months later. Look, whatever man she be dealing with, and for 2, 3, 4, 5 months, and then finally it was like, oh, that guy back on the beach was so nice to me. And she felt that she had the right to just air him out like that on social media, saying, you know, this guy who I spoke with for 15 minutes 5 months ago, helped me find him now after I've exhausted all my options of wherever I'm from. That's lame.
5 months later.
It's actually
imagine
ridiculous.
5 months later.
I couldn't imagine you guys even allowing me to put myself out like that.
No.
I couldn't imagine my girl Joanne, my besties, Odie, Nami, and Natalie putting me in a position where I'm like, girls, remember that guy we met in Miami? I want to put together a montage, put it on TikTok for possibly millions of people to see, try to find it. They'd be like, have you lost your mind?
No. We're not doing that.
We are not doing that.
No.
Because even if you believe in fate, and if this man is your dream man,
then he'll find.
Guess what? An opportunity will come where this has happened to Telly and myself, where the morning after you go down to the buffet breakfast place for brunch,
look who's there,
and look who's there across the room. Hey,
and they see you first.
I was looking for you after that thing, the whole thing. You guys disappeared. What's up? That's called fate. That's what happens if it's meant to be.
This girl didn't really think about him until she, like Rob said, she felt lonely and decided to have the whole world get involved in her search to find this man.
Who was the last man that gave me the
time of day? Unfortunately, it was that man. He was the trap. And she decided to run with this and lie because she's a model and a travel blogger.
And this is my last thing before Robbie 3 times has a section. Ladies, for the love of God out there, please stop supporting women who do absolute foolishness. Please stop supporting your girlfriends who do foolishness. Please, listen, y'all say that men should not be telling you what to do. Well, we're going to tell you what to do. Please stop supporting foolishness. A man simply giving you a little bit of attention does not mean he wants you. A man who wants you, I will say over and over and over again, you never have to guess, he's going to let you know. He didn't want her. He was having some fun in the beach. Do not let your girls, if you love them, embarrass themselves, and stop supporting foolishness. Robbie 3 times and go.
I have never heard a vision from God be described as nasty. But I have had a lot of porn described as nasty, and that's what this video made me think of, to be perfectly honest. It was the gayest.
Ew!
Gay as hell. I'm sorry. What is wrong with the holy water? Why? And again, why this man did not floor this pastor? It would have been, you know, a bad day in church that day, because, like I said,
Or it could have been a good day.
it would have been a bad day in church. And this is exactly the type of foolery that makes fellas such as myself reluctant to really find a church home and a church life, is because it just seems like there's so much gay stuff going on up in there all the
It's
time.
a religion.
I'm just being honest, man. Let's see. Next point is just thirst trap Betty. Like, that's just ridiculous, man. Like, that is just ridiculous. And what's even more ridiculous is the 4-something million views on this stupid. That means there was millions of women out there trying to help this fool run this man down.
Yes.
If he robbed a bank in Miami down there on Collins, I don't think they would have identified him as quickly as if she pulled this stupid crap right here.
Okay.
Which is, after you've decided to do whatever you were doing for them several months, you decided, oh, okay, yeah, that guy, he's the one. And that is so frustrating when no guy wants to be the one after the one told you to get the hell out of his face.
All of that.
And again, in closing, I don't think Megan Good, for instance, when a guy approaches her, her friends don't, girl, look at this. That to me, that was the biggest thing. It's like, yo, they recording evidence and everything. Like, yo, he lucky he did not do anything with these women. They might have been blackmailers or extortionists, or who knows what's going on. Talking about the Instagram models. Like, Instagram models ain't thirsty, last thing I turned, because they get like ridiculous amounts of DMs.
All of that.
The whole part.
All of it.
All of it.
So thank you, Robbie 3 times. We did that in 2 minutes and like 28 seconds. We appreciate you. So for any of you who see the foolishness on the internet going on, please let us know. We are out here, like we say, trying to make sense. If you see any ridiculous stories that you want us to comment on, if you want to be a part of the show, so you can also help us make sense of the foolishness, hit us up. But before we go, Radio Region, I am sorry, please do not cancel us. Sometimes my mouth.
They won't cancel us.
My mouth. My back.
They're not
You'll have to
canceling
cut that part out.
They're not going to cancel us.
I thought it was Thursday, and
know
that was our after dark show.
Girl.
That was
They're
our
not
after
canceling.
dark show. Anyhow, before we go, Telly has a few words for you.
I do. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching our show, Not Your Typical Girl Talk, where we try to make sense of the foolishness on the internet. We want to thank you guys so much for watching, for listening, for joining us and us trying to make sense of it's mad. It's a mad world out there. But thank God for the 4 of us to help y'all keep it real, keep it calm, keep it cool and collected. We want to thank Radio Regis for giving us this beautiful platform. Do not cancel us. We also want to thank iHeartRadio. Listen to our show, every Saturday. We are on at 8 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern time on Radio Region, syndicated through iHeartRadio. We have a Facebook group on Meta or Facebook, whatever you call it. Join our Facebook group, Not Your Typical Girl Talk. We also have a YouTube channel. We really appreciate you guys. You head over to YouTube, watch all of our episodes, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, do all that good stuff. Comment on there. The name on there is Not Your Typical Girl Talk. We got Persia, I am Telly, we got Shiva, and Robbie 3 times. So, till next time, everyone, have an awesome weekend. Take
Enjoy
care.
your weekend.